This is Chie Satonaka, and you're listening to the Giant Sword Podcast. You better eat more meat.
Hello, and welcome to this week's Giant Sword Podcast. I'm your party leader, Nick Lynn. Joining me today is Taylor Hoyt. What's up, Taylor?
What up?
It was pretty big news week this week, right?
It was. What day was that? Direct Thursday, Wednesday?
I don't know. All I know is that I was driving to work when I was watching it.
Oh man, you almost crashed your car.
Yes. at a specific point, and we'll all get to that point. I bet you everyone who's listening knows what it is.
Yes, Disney Tsum Tsum. Finally,
I know, right? I have so many of those. I just finally they made a game based off this.
They did it.
They did it.
They did the thing.
They did the thing. Let's just go right into it. So
we're gonna dive
head first right into it. Not the direct news, but Falcom to debut Ys 9 footage and discuss the future of the Trails series on March 24th.
I wonder what that means. Do you think they're going to announce a new series of games? Are they going to do some remasters? What do you think that means?
We're going to see how awesome Ys 9 is, I guess. That's what it means.
Well, Ys 9, that's pretty awesome, but it's a little bit better than Ys 8.
Future of the Trail series, I don't know. The Arabonia arc ends with Trails of Cold Steel 4. I don't know what that ending entails, so I don't know what to think about, really. So I don't know what story bits they've concluded in Cold Steel 4. So
we'll have to wait till next year.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe they'll do another one in that world. Probably they'll probably announce the new Trails of.
Is there a gap in the timeline anywhere, or does it have all the Legend of Heroes games kind of been always moving forward?
They've always been moving forward. Cold Steel 4 is where Sky, Crossbell, Zero, and Cold Steel all converge into one.
Okay.
So they've all connected at that point. That's all I know, because there's characters from every game in that game.
I remember when they showed that, I was like, why would you show that? That seems like a cool surprise, but whatever.
Yeah.
I guess they just don't care. Or I guess it's not that important.
So I always don't look up anything about Trails games because everything's a spoiler.
Well, I didn't look it up. It just showed up on my timeline. I'm like, oh, okay, there's that, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't even mean to look it up.
Yeah, I don't follow people who do that stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, that's probably smart. I should probably unfollow those people. Because there's people I follow that print scans of Japanese game magazines and stuff like that. So
we gotta find out all the news. I'm like, I don't want to know the news. I'll just go to this website and look it up.
Yeah. Whatever Gamatsu wants to tell me today.
Exactly.
It used to be Siliconera, and I don't know what happened to them. I feel like nobody pays attention to them anymore. Or at least not the way people pay attention to Gamatsu.
I don't know. What happened? What happened, Taylor?
Don't know. It used to be, you want to talk about the OG, there was this website. Do you remember Andrea saying?
Actually, I think so, yeah.
It was like an English speaker that lived in Japan, and they would report on gaming news. It was like breaking gaming news, and then for whatever reason, they closed the website down. That was a very sad day. Because I remember they had news before anybody, but comment either on the YouTube video or tweet at me at Taylor's Shelf if you remember Andrea saying. I was really sad that the day that website closed. That was a sad day.
So all I know is that March is going to be a big news month with Persona thing,
Persona 5R,
and Falcom news. I'm thinking there's something else, but I don't really remember.
Is there a Tales thing eventually?
It's something. I don't know. Let's go to the next one. Dragon Quest 11 S Definitive Edition. Launches this fall for the Switch.
And it doesn't look terrible. I don't know if that was in-game footage, but I was expecting it to look a lot worse on Switch.
I think the biggest news is that the Definitive Edition is only on Switch. So all those extra things, all those character stories that you get to do, The whole 2D thing, an orchestrated soundtrack.
That is what everybody will like. I don't care about any of that. Give us the orchestrated music. You can keep all that other crap. The game's long enough. I don't care about the 2D thing. And they're also adding Japanese VO, which the original did not have at all.
Yeah.
There is no Japanese VO, so they're adding that. That seems like an awful lot of content to just strand on one platform, and that sucks, frankly.
So when I was watching this, I'm like, oh, this is cool. But I bet you there's all these people who bought it on PS4 are now really mad.
Yeah, so here's my thought. They're going to probably let the game sell for like a month, and then they'll release it for everything else, just because. But I'll be way done with the game by then, so I won't care.
I know. And but actually another point of news is Square Enix is undecided on whether Vanilla Dragon Quest 11 will receive Definitive Edition content.
AKA buy the Switch version.
Yep.
That's all that is. That's just marketing talk. They're just like, buy the Switch version because we don't know. It might happen. So if you want it, you got to buy the Switch version. That's all that is. I guarantee I'd be willing to make a Taco Bell bet out of this, that the Switch version comes out and then give it a few months and then all that content will come to everything else. I guarantee it.
As like DLC, you buy it separately. You want this? Okay.
They might even do it for free just for goodwill. But yes, it will. I guarantee you it'll come. But they're going to wait for the Switch version to sell. That's all they're doing.
This is March, right? No, fall. Jeez, that's so far away.
There's a lot of games that are like fall, like this. A lot of those Switch exclusives, like RUNE. Well, we'll get to that, but a lot of them are second half of the year heavy. Like a lot of those games don't start coming out till the summer, you know. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah,
that's weird though. That fall for Dragon Quest 11. I didn't know it was that late. But
yeah,
July is packed. By the way, July is packed. Go no more Dragon Quest news. Dragon Quest Builders launches in July 12th in the West.
That is probably like of all the games that I know that are coming out. I'll say Fire Emblem. That's probably my second most anticipated game of the year. I loved the first Dragon Quest Builders. I was obsessed with that game. Destroyed the campaign. I did a lot of the creative building, and then I heard about 2, and I'm like, oh, this game is going to have multiplayer, and there's gliding, and there's swimming, and I'm like...
And there's first-person mode.
I don't really care about that.
I was like, wow, that's just like straight up Minecraft now.
Yeah. But this is better than Minecraft because it gives you the recipes. Like Minecraft, you have to figure it all out, but this one, it just tells you. That's what I like about it. And it gives you objectives. Like in Minecraft, you kind of have to make your own fun, and I'm not very good at doing that. Like stuff like Little Big Planet, it's like, make your own fun. I'm not good at that. I'm just like, give me enough to do, and then I'll make my own. So, are you going to try 2 when it comes out?
It depends on where I'm at, like financially and all that, because a lot of other stuff's coming out. Like a lot of stuff is coming out this year. Just from this direct alone, this year has just became like the best year ever for me.
Yeah, I know, same. Like it was like, okay, we got Resident Evil 2 and Kingdom Hearts and Fire Emblem, and then I genuinely was like, whatever comes out, I don't care as far as what was announced. And then after the direct, I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. there's so many more games I gotta buy now.
I know it's like all my dream games are coming out this year. MechWarrior 5, Trails of Cold Steel 3.
Yeah.
Except Rune Factory 4S is not really a new Rune Factory, but it's still coming out. And just all this stuff. Oh, Super Mario Maker 2. I'm like, what the heck?
I got told. I was talking to Connor on Twitter today. We were just waiting for that Final Fantasy Tactics 2.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Wait for E3. They're gonna shadow drop the remaster, and then they're gonna be like, also, Final Fantasy Tactics.
Just shows a title and says coming soon.
Oh my god!
And then the freaking at the bottom is the consoles that it's gonna be on. This says mobile. No.
Okay.
Another July released is Fire Emblem: The Three Houses, July 26th. That's
July 26th.
That's actually pretty close. I thought it was gonna be longer.
I thought it was going to be sooner because I said it was a spring release, but they They said they had to work on it more, and then they didn't say this in the direct, but the little copyright information on the collector's edition notes that Koei Tecmo is helping them develop the game, who made Fire Emblem Warriors. So I'm guessing maybe it's just the familiarity that they're having them help, but the game looks really good.
Or the fidelity.
Yeah.
Because you said, I remember you saying that when you first saw Three Houses, it looked like a GameCube game. Didn't look that good.
Yeah.
Something was wrong with it. It just didn't look right.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of aliasing. It didn't look super great, but this one, they really polished it up. It looks so much better now. So I have to ask you, so normally you like being the student and dating the teacher. Now the scripts are flipped. You are the teacher and all your troops are your students.
No.
So
it's not my thing.
Not your thing?
Not your thing. My thing is the older people. I like dating older women.
Okay, so if you're the teacher and there's a teacher that's even older, you're good with that? Like the principal? What if the principal was...
Hell yeah. Like, I find this problem a lot in Rune Factory games, is I talk to all the characters, all the bachelorettes, and they're all they're fine, but they all look really young, and then I talk to their moms, and they're all like smoking. You're like, I just want to date you guys. Yeah. It's like, you're all single anyway.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Do you have any interest, speaking of Fire Emblem, do you have any interest in picking that up?
Not really. I need to play them, and I just haven't found the time to play them. They really get into it. The series is not, it's like a blip on my rate. It's like a little tiny blip. It's like, maybe.
But you like Final Fantasy Tactics, and this game is similar in a lot of ways, and then it has all the social link stuff, at least the newer ones. Have those social links things.
But you remember, I played Fire Emblem way before you. I played Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advance, and that scarred me for life.
These are very different.
I know. That's why I just don't give it a thought, because it's like, oh, I played Fire Emblem. It was all right. Just there's no customization really. I don't like that.
There's mild. Yeah, it's not. I mean, let's be honest. Like Tactics, that was what that game was. It was the customization of characters and the way you could build them out, and you could just kit them out however you wanted. And this one, you get a little bit of that, but that's not what it's about. It's more about the strategy. It's about pairing characters up and teaming up, and yeah, it's more about the strategy than the deep character customization. But.
Yeah. I remember hearing a rumor that people were like, oh, there's going to be like they're going to make a new Zelda, but it's going to be like a 2D Zelda, and it's going to be like top down. They're going to make it very simple. And then, bam, I was like, no, they're not going to do that. And just bam, they're remaking Link's Awakening for the Switch. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And then you look at it, it's like super cutesy and everything like that. And I'm like, something's off about this, but it could still be good. But
yeah, what did you think? Because did you ever play the original on Game Boy?
No, I heard they're really good. It's like one of the best Zeldas is those two. I think they're going to combine them, because Link's Awakening is it's Game Boy. This is a Game Boy. Okay, no, wait, I'm thinking of something completely different, aren't I? The Oracle.
I think you're thinking of Oracle Seasons and Oracle of Ages. I think that's what you're thinking of. Yeah.
So wrong Game Boy. Well, this is the Game Boy one, the actual Game Boy.
Yeah, OG Game Boy, like Tetris Game Boy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I mean, I never played it. I like those top-down, or at least I like one of the top-down Zeldas, I should say. I really liked A Link Between Worlds. I like the art style. I know a lot of people probably had their preconceived notions of what they wanted that to potentially look like, but I like the cutesy kind of clay art style. It looks neat.
I wonder if it's going to be like just as short as the Game Boy one.
That's my question too. Yeah, I'm like, if it's like 10, 12, 15 hours, I think you're good. But if it's like a 5-hour game, then
I know, right? Yeah. Is it going to be cheaper?
Well, let me look it up. No, it's Zelda. They're going to charge full price. They don't charge half price on any of their games. Awakening. Oh, okay. So the DX version on Game Boy Color is 14 and a half hours long on how long to beat.
Okay.
So if it's that long, then I'm fine. I'm fine paying $60 for. Yeah, and the original Game Boy game that was also 15 hours. Okay, so about 15 hours. I'm fine with that.
Nice.
That's a reasonable.
That is reasonable.
length.
Yeah. It's perfect for you because you like those ones. You like the Link Between Worlds, so.
Not Link to the Past though.
Not
I don't
Link
like
to the
it being
Past.
super cryptic, and I feel like the remakes don't do that anymore.
It might be so cryptic.
We'll see.
All right. So this announcement just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we joke about this all the time. We're like, we really want Rune Factory 5. Like, we really want it. And then we always say, oh, too bad that the freaking company doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
But then Nintendo just comes out of nowhere and it's like, okay, I was watching this is what happened. Okay, I was watching the Direct. I'm in my car driving on Lawrence Expressway, okay? Yeah. And I'm watching the Direct while I'm driving, and I see the picture, and I'm like, no way! No fucking way! It's like, because I just see the picture. I don't see like the text. I knew the art. Yeah. I knew the art style perfectly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a Rune Factory. They're actually doing Rune Factory 5. I can't believe this. And then I see it. I'm like, wait a second. This is Rune Factory 4. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, this is cool. They're remaking Rune Factory 4 for the Switch. That's cool. I don't have to. Okay, so as you guys know, I'm playing Rune Factory 3 right now, and I was planning on replaying Rune Factory 4. And I'm like, okay, I don't have to do that anymore because they're doing a super special edition, which is adding content. They're adding more content after you get married. So
cool. That's
what they're doing, and it's like a remaster. It's not really a remake because it still looks like a 3DS game. It just the graphics are a little smoothed out and stuff like that. But it's fine with me. And then I'm like, oh, this is awesome! Yeah, it's so cool. And then it fades out, and then the Rune Factory 5 title pops out, and I'm like, no way! I like literally screamed that in my car. I'm just screaming that in my car. It's like, they did it! How is this possible? I don't know. But thank God.
Dude, I did the same thing. So I was working, me and Matt were working, and I had it on in the background, and I was just like, I'm going to stop working and just watch this. And they had Rune Factory pop up, and I was like shocked. I was like, no way, Rune Factory 4? And I'm like, it was obviously a remaster, and I was hoping it'd look a little bit better, but I'm happy in there. They have some extra.
It definitely looks better. It just, you could totally tell it's not, because if you play Rune Factory 4, it's blurry and it's like aliasy. This one looks smooth. I looked at some of the screenshots. You can totally tell that it's still a work in progress because some icons are like super clear and the other ones are very fuzzy. So I'm like, okay, so they're still working on it. So they might touch up the models. So we don't know.
Okay, well, that's good. But yeah, then and then they're like also. And they had it zoomed in on the logo, and I was like, and then it zoomed out, and I had Rune Factory 5, and I was like, no way! I was like, I was just like in complete shock. I was like, I've, the old saying, like, my jaw dropped. That's only happened once, and it's on camera for Final Fantasy VII Remake. I was literally just like,
yeah.
And then when Rune Factory 5, I was like, I thought they closed. How is this even possible?
But who's making
Nintendo Magic, baby.
It's Nintendo and Xseed and someone else. Like, I don't know who's actually Marvelous is actually still making it. Okay,
that's what the logo said or whatever.
And I saw the tweet. I saw a tweet from someone. I think it's like the creator of Rune Factory, and he's like, we're back creating more stuff that you love, and it's like, sweet. Hopefully, it's still in the vein of 3 and 4.
It must be. It's probably just going to look better.
Yeah, hopefully it's that, and it's not like the console versions, because sadly the console versions aren't as good as 3 and 4. So
correct. Well, I think, like, have you played? Did you ever boot up Tides of Destiny, the PS3 one?
No, but I've messed with it a little bit. I haven't booted up since then. I know what it's like, but I remember watching it, and I'm like, this looks weird. The waifus aren't as good, and there's like a giant golem thing you're on. That's just weird.
Yeah. So the way it works is, you're a character, but then there's like another character that's trapped inside your body somehow, and so you're trying to like separate the two. And and the town is pretty, but it's not as deep as like the old Harvest Moons. There's like not as much to do. And then the golem is basically the dungeon. So you get on the golem and then you walk to dungeons, and then the dungeons are just like they are in 4, where you hack and slash. And
so it's like the dungeons are the spring area, the fall area, and the winter area. Am I right? Because that seems to
they
be
were like more dungeony than that.
Okay, because that seems to be a thing because there's in 3. Those are the dungeons, and 4, those are the areas, but those aren't the dungeons. So the areas that you explore are the fall, the winter, and the spring, and all that stuff. But there's like actual dungeons inside them, so that's cool. Like in 4, there's like a haunted house.
Yeah, you got a lot further than I did in 4. At some point, I forget if I got lost in one of the dungeons. I just didn't know what to do or something, and so I just stopped playing.
So you didn't even finish the first arc.
Remind me how the first arc ends, because I might have.
The first arc is when you rescue all the people.
Rescue all the people.
Yeah, you rescue the fairy girl, the doll, the girl with the hat, the witch like hat. The wolf guy, and then there's like the priest looking guy. So there's 4 people you rescue.
Okay.
And that's the end of Act 1.
Okay. I don't remember then. I'll have to replay it. Or I'll have to boot it up again and replay it.
'Cause I did that arc, and then I did the second arc, and then I got married, and then there's supposed to be like another secret third arc. And I think someone said you could totally save scum it to make it happen. So I don't know how that works.
I wonder if in the remaster they'll make all that easier. Because I remember you were saying like it's just like a total crapshoot how to get married.
Yeah, there's some like quests that are totally crapshoots. RNG. Like you'll see like what's going on. Like there's like you press a button and you can see what situations are going on. And they're like character situations. And you have to get like a specific one for some bachelorettes and bachelors to have the go on, and you have to like figure out how to do it, and then you have to clear that situation out so you can get married. So there's stuff like that. And hopefully they smooth it out in the remaster. But like in the third one, all you had to do was do the requests. There was no like secret situations that were going on.
Well, yeah, like I said, hopefully they'll smooth that out. I'm ready for another one of those types of games, because it was like Stardew Valley was the last one, and that was like a couple of years ago. And then all the new Harvest Moons have been terrible. We haven't had a story of seasons, and there's just been nothing. There's been this void of those types of games. So
I went onto the Japanese website. It says it's coming out July 24th in Japan.
Okay.
In the trailer, they've already shown English, so maybe that's still the date for English as well, as in July. So that's another July game if it's true.
Summer is freaking packed, man.
And then Rune Factory 5 is next year.
Along with Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Jeez. If that's true. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. But what could happen is that all this awesome news is happening, and then Persona 5 R is announced to come out at the end of this year too.
In the summer.
In the summer. It's like in the end of this year too. It's like, dude, stop.
Okay, let's just play pretend for a second here. So let's just pretend Persona 5R, we know it's coming to PlayStation. Let's say it also is coming out on Switch. And it's like we said, they add the Shogi girl as a playable character, and they add some more side content. Would you get it on Switch, or would you just get it on PS4?
I'll just get it on PS4 again.
Play it on Vita if you want to play it mobile.
Yep.
Okay. I think, because I don't want to see a comparison, because there were some bad textures on the PS4 version. Like the bathhouse sign is like really low res for some reason, and there's a couple random signs around town that look really bad for whatever reason. But yeah, I just want to play that on the go. I just do. I don't have the option.
You just do. I don't really need to have that option. Because I'm always, this is where I play video games. Is in this right here, right in this seat. I don't really play. Yeah, I don't really play out, because when I do play and there's people around me, I get distracted and I can't play. So
for me, it's not playing out. It's playing in bed because my TV is not that big, and when I sit on my bed, I can't. It's like just too small to like enjoy playing like that. So I either need to get a bigger TV or I want to get it on the go. So
well, you should get a bigger TV. Big TVs are cheap now, or TVs in general are cheap now.
I know. So I did. So I'll just say I came into a lot of money recently, not because of work, because something else. And
he's selling himself, guys.
That's it. I'm hustling myself on the corners, scraping up those knees, if you know what I mean. So I walked into Costco, and because I wanted to buy some things at Costco, and I walk in, and as soon as you walk in, they have all those TVs, right? And I was looking at it, I'm like, I could buy a 70-inch 4K TV right now.
Right?
But I was like, wait a minute, do you really want to spend like $800 or whatever? I mean, that's actually a really good deal. Like, they have some really good deals, but I was just like, you don't need that, right?
I think the only thing you like, the biggest size of TV that you need is really like around 40, unless it's like a living room for everyone else. If it's for gaming, 40, 50 inch, it's fine. I would go smaller. I would just be 32 inch.
Well, so here's the problem. Like I said, I'm fine with my TV as it is because I have a chair that I pull up and I play right in front of it, and it's the perfect size. I don't need it any bigger. But if I want to play from my bed, that's when I need it to be bigger, like 60 inch or something like that. But there are a lot of things that I would rather
buy or save.
I have one more payment to your dad to pay off my computer, and then that'll be done. That'll be nice. Don't have to worry about that. But anyway, there are many other JRPGs that got announced, and some were given release dates.
Rune Factory. That's all that matters, Taylor. That's all that matters is Rune Factory.
You're not wrong, but there were some other really cool looking games. So there was Tokyo RPG Factory's third game got announced.
Okay, I didn't.
Called Onanaki.
Okay, so that was announced right after Rune Factory, right? So
and you were just too distracted.
I was freaking out, and I was driving to work, and I was like, "There's people driving super slow. Get out of my way!" And I wasn't paying attention to it. But I saw it was the Tokyo RPG Factory next game. I'm like, "Wow, this looks nothing like their last ones. This is interesting."
They needed to change it up.
Yeah. So what kind of game did it look like?
So I'm looking at the trailer now. It basically looks like an action RPG where you have I'm not going to call it a persona, but you have some sort of monster, like you go in like the world of the living and the dead, okay, and then you capture monsters and they fight with you. But yeah, it reminds me, you remember that game what the heck was that? Folklore. It reminds me of Folklore. Remember Folklore from PS3? Mm-hmm. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of that. Like even the art style, like very saturated, like purples and stuff like that. And there was always a monster that was like whatever monster you had, that's what weapon you were using. Yeah. So it reminds me a lot of that game. But it has that cutesy look of Tokyo RPG Factory.
And does it have its like music style? Like very atmospheric, very orchestral. I'm trying to see. I didn't hear anything.
I'm listening to it now. Hold on.
I wish we could hear.
Kinda. It's got like that Japanese flute sound. So it's very Japanese.
Okay.
Like whenever you think of like Japanesey music, like old school Japanese. So. But this is the first Tokyo RPG Factory game. Like I know for Lost Sphere, I was like, oh, it looks amazing, whatever. But I'm gonna buy this game. This looks like the first one that I actually want to buy. I never got around to I Am Setsuna. Lost Sphere was pretty disappointing by all accounts. It seemed like that was a really quick turnaround, and they just recycled a lot of assets from Lost Sphere. But this one looks cool, so I'm excited for that. And that comes out, they said summer? Yeah, summer this year.
Yeah, I played I Am Setsuna. Didn't play Lost Sphere, even though I really enjoyed that trailer. Yeah, I would be interested in looking at this more. I want to play Lost Sphere. I enjoyed I Am Setsuna. It was obviously very, like, it was... they had a huge idea that they wanted to make, but I bet you they had a deadline to hit. So a lot of areas were just empty. So it seemed like. So there's like random places that you could go to, but there's nothing you could do there. I'm like, this is weird. Why is this even here?
I remember you showed me there was like this one area and there's just a tree and that's it. And you're like, why is this tree here?
Yeah, exactly. That was it. It had the really awesome song, and I was like, I just want to sit where this tree is and listen to this song this entire time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. And the story, the main story at least, was like very sad and depressing. Very sad stories. But
yeah, it reminded me of like 10. People were saying Final Fantasy 10, like they're on this journey to die or whatever. But yeah.
All right, and then there's one more game that I'm sure you're super excited for. Let's talk about this. It's called Super Mario Maker 2.
Oh yeah, I love. Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, surprise announcement: Astral Chain for the Switch.
Yeah.
Made by Nintendo and Platinum.
Yeah. Well, okay, so when I first saw it, I thought, I'm like, Bayonetta? Nope. And then they showed the characters. I'm like, maybe it's SMT5? Because it kind of looked SMT-ish, future Tokyo. But then the combat started, I'm like, no, this is a Platinum game.
Yeah. I saw the characters, and I'm like, is this like a new EX Troopers or whatever?
Oh, okay.
Because it had like the blue and the white costumes, and I'm like, this looks very anime. But no, it's like a interesting futuristic. What do we call it? Like you call out your own suits, and your suits fight for you, kind of thing. It's interesting.
Yeah, there was like a scene where somebody's like riding on a motorcycle. Like it looks like you capture monsters and then they fight with you, kind of like Ononaki in a way. But the combat looks way better. It's like that signature Platinum combat, fast, flashy. Probably has that whole dodge at the last second to slow down time, you know. I did not see this coming because Platinum has a ridiculous amount of games in development. I can't believe how many projects they have going because they obviously still have Bayonetta 3. They just got taken off that Grand Blue Fantasy game, so they're not working on that anymore. They have a game called Babylon's Fall that's supposed to come out this year that they're doing with Square Enix, and I would be shocked if they're not in pre-production of another Nier game. So they've got to be, like, at some point they were working on like 6 games. Like, that is crazy.
Bayonetta is actually canceled. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, they didn't show anything. They're just like, yeah, I'm sure you're wondering about Bayonetta 3. It's coming. I'm like, okay. This game looks awesome. We don't care.
They're gonna show it when they show Metroid Prime 4, the new Pokemon game.
So E3.
Yeah, so E3. Yeah.
I guarantee. Like, I'm gonna call it right now. So let me look at the calendar. So, Pokemon for Nintendo Switch will release in North America on November 19th. I'm calling it right now. November 19th. That's when it's coming out. It's a Tuesday.
All right.
It's always in November. It's always like mid-November.
Why were you doing like a Kyle Bossman E3 voice?
Oh, I'm doing the Nintendo Direct announcer. So that's what I was trying to do.
Sound like Kyle Bossman doing an E3 voice.
Oh, he
all right, guys. So,
all right, and it's available right now.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the list of other games. So I think are you gonna get Demon X Machina? That looks like Armored Core. That straight up looks like Armored Core.
The reason why it looks like Armored Core is because it has the same artists of the original Armored Cores. So that's why a lot of the machines look like Armored Core. Like the core, I'm gonna call them cores because they look exactly like cores with like same exact style of weapons. It looks interesting. I just don't know. Maybe. Don't know.
It's a free demo. You should try it.
Should I try it? Okay, let's do it right now. Just download it right now.
Yeah, just do it.
Let's just do it right now.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Yeah, what was shocking to me were the amount of shadow drops in that direct because they dated Final Fantasy VII, which I think is coming in March, and then 9 was just available right now. So
that's really funny that they did 9 first instead of 7.
I know. Here's my wild theory, Nick. I'm wondering if they're tying the release of 7 to some remake trailer or something. They're trying to time it up. Because otherwise, like, yeah, why would you not just put them both out at the same time? Like, 7 and 9 are available right now.
Available? Right now.
Right now. But Yeah, I mean, what do you think of that? You think because Kingdom Hearts is out, so now they can talk about the remake.
I don't know when they're going to talk about that. I still think talking about the remake at E3 is too far. It needs to be like talked about real soon in March.
Well, so here's the thing. I don't know if this is still true, but if you recall when they announced it, it was going to be a launch exclusive for PS4. So I don't know if that deal is still in place, but Sony's not going to be at E3. So I don't know if they're going to do their own direct style thing or what they're doing. But you're right. They got to talk about it before E3. That seems too far.
Yeah, too far, right?
So I'll be very curious to see when they talk about it next.
I'm so...
Oh, yeah. Then they dropped Tetris 99, which I've been playing a lot of. And they also dropped a demo for Yoshi's Crafted World, which is actually really fun. I was having some fun with that.
Having some fun with that, Taylor? Are you having some fun? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
I played all Yoshi and Threats Wings.
Yeah.
Then I was in the Shy Guys and
That's really hard to do.
It is, yeah. And then the game that Sean Chiplock is very excited for is Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon, Everybody. I think that comes out. I don't know what the release date for that was.
Next month. Remember, he has that month thing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, March 20th, I believe. If I ever remember.
Oh,
right.
boy. More. Oh, yeah, I gotta play Jade Cocoon 2, don't I?
You do, or else he'll be very upset. You don't want Sean to be upset with you, do you?
I don't want Sean to be upset with me. No, I don't.
Yeah, okay, so Final Fantasy VII, March 26th. We're pleased to announce that Final Fantasy IX is available today.
Today. Wait, so Final Fantasy VII is coming out in March?
Yeah, March 26th.
All right, so that's when they're going to announce new stuff from the remake. It's that day.
That's what I just said.
That day. That's what they're going to do. Right now.
And it makes too much sense. So the remake is available right now. What?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they just shadow dropped episode 1? That'd be crazy.
I don't think it's going to be episodic anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Everybody's talking about like, it's going to be episodic. They've bungled Kingdom Hearts. They're going to bungle this. I'm like, I don't know, man. Kingdom Hearts was pretty awesome. So
people are saying they bungled Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, dude. A lot of people were like, "Oh, it felt." I've heard many people say it felt rushed. I'm like, are you kidding me? At what part of Kingdom Hearts 3 felt rushed to you? There was like too much polish on that game. Like there are like so many spell effects and extra moves and crap. Like that is the wrong word to describe that game.
And the worlds are so full of life. Like before, the worlds were like empty. There's no one there. If you go to Twilight Town, there's people everywhere now.
They're all saying things and they're all doing things.
Yeah. I don't think it's rushed. I think they had a focus. And it's like, you know what? They're not going to do a bunch of extra stuff. You're just going to go throughout the story and you're going to end. It's going to end. This is going to end. We're just going to get this game done. That's what I figured.
I think that was their goal. It was just like, let's finish this so we can move on from the Xehanort saga and all the crazy nonsensical story, and then let's just have a fresh start.
Mm-hmm.
So
I felt that. I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on with Mickey or Riku or Kairi and Lee, but hey, those are probably going to be side story games that they're going to make in the far future.
Yeah, I really hope they cut the crap with all these side story games. Like, no need. Stop doing it.
No, there's going to be one with Kairi. I bet you. Kairi's going to be a heroine in one of the games.
That would be okay. Because I know a lot of people were pissed with the way they handled her in the game, but we'll see. We shall see. Man, I'm watching the footage for that Astral Chain game, and man, it looks so good. You've never really been into Platinum games, huh?
I played those games before you were even born, boy.
If that was before you?
I played those games before you, boy. I played God of War and all that before you. When you were playing Madden, I was playing God of War.
Okay, that's not what I said, but I know what you mean. But I'm talking Platinum. I'm talking Bayonetta, Metal Gear Rising.
I've not touched them.
hardcore.
Yeah, they're not my. They're like They don't show up on my radar. I'm not really interested in them.
Oh, they're just so fun. It's just like every second is so much fun. Just like super crazy, over the top combos and awesome music, and you just feel like a badass the whole time. Ugh. So good.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah. The Transformers one was really good. They made like a Transformers game that's like with the 80s cartoon designs.
I remember. I sold it to
like wailing guitar. Oh, dude, it was so good.
I sold it to many people, and then they return it. It's like, this is not the Transformers. I want the Michael Bay movie ones. It's like, are you serious?
Did they really say that?
Are you serious?
Did they really say that?
Yeah.
Or are you just being Nick?
No, people actually. It's like, I didn't want this one. I want like the one based off the movies.
I'm like, well, that game doesn't exist.
No, there were some. And then what was the other one? What was the other one?
It was like War for. Are you talking about like the War for Cybertron?
Yeah, those ones. Yeah, okay. So there was those ones, and then there was ones based off the movies.
Yeah. Yep. Those were cool. I like those. The War for Cybertron. Now High Moon just makes like Call of Duty maps or something. Sucks.
So okay. I'm gonna go on a little tirade here.
A tirade?
Not really a tirade, but something that's not based off JRPGs. The way they opened it, the direct, they kind of made it seem like that it's like, oh, they're gonna put SNES games on it, and then it's like, oh wait, no, this is Mario Maker. Did you feel that? Like when you first saw it?
As soon as they showed, I'm like, oh, it's Super Mario Maker. As soon as it started, there I had no.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
I am actually very excited for Mario Maker.
I wonder how that game is going to work on TV only, because that game is like built for the touchpad. So I'm wondering.
I mean, you could play just using the controller, but it's easier. You could do the touchscreen. So, I mean, you can.
I'm sure that's how people are going to make their levels.
Yeah,
is take it off the dock and.
Yeah, and there's so much more options, sloped hills and all that. I'm like, thank God, so much more stuff. And like now that,
oh, go ahead.
It's like now they're adding items that weren't even in the original games. Before it was like all the original stuff. Now they're adding like new things. So it's like, oh, and you get to create some crazy Mario levels. I'm super excited.
I would probably get that game not to make levels, but to just play the levels.
Really, I would do it just to make the levels. It's like, I want to make a level that's going to piss a bunch of people off.
You would do that.
It's doable, but you got to do it. It's going to be hard.
What was I going to say? I was listening to Easy Allies video, and they were thinking like, oh, maybe Mario Maker will be like 3D, and you'll be able to like make 3D stuff. And I'm like, I don't think that's ever going to happen. That seems too complex, and I don't know.
Yeah, it needs to be more simplified. And 2D platformers are like that. What else could they make? They make a. I mean, they could make a Mega Man Maker. You know, they have
that. Remember, they were gonna make that, and they canceled it.
Oh, what's it called? What was it called? Ultimate Mega Man? Or something?
It was like Mega Man World or something.
Yeah, Mega Man World. But they actually had like a fan-made Mega Man Maker.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, dude, they should have done like what they did with Mega Man Cross Street Fighter. Been like, all right, we'll pay you to finish this. Or whatever, or like give us the tool set and we'll publish it and make it a thing. Because that would be awesome. I would be way more excited about a Mega Man Maker, especially Mega Man X. Dude, a Mega Man X Maker? Holy crap, that'd be awesome. That'd be so awesome.
How would you make your own bosses, or would they just have a bunch of pre-made bosses?
Yeah, they'd probably just have the ones from the games, and then you can mix and match them or something. I don't know. That would be cool though.
Oh no, just make it so like they do their patterns, but you can put like traps, like lava in there, so it makes it a little harder. Makes the world different, or makes the boss arenas different.
Oof, man.
Speaking of Mega Man, after Mega Man 11, what do you think they're going to do with it?
Well, I think they are very clearly teasing Mega Man X9.
Really?
Well, because they're like, well, if Mega Man 11 sells well, then if you tell us, maybe we'll do it. And apparently the collection sold really well, and Mega Man 11 sold really well, or compared to their expectations. But I think that's what is next. I think is
what if they start working on that Mega Man X Metroid Prime game? Remember that?
That looked dumb. I know people were excited about that. That did not.
It didn't look like Mega Man at all, but it was just like
No.
so weird that they actually were working on that.
I mean, it makes sense that that's why they canceled. I'm like, that's not even Mega Man at this point. That's just a first-person shooter where you happen to be Mega Man. So I'm glad they canceled it. I mean, the real answer is Mega Man Legends 3, but I don't think that's going to happen. But
I would say Mega Man Legends 3 without the fan involvement. Just make it themselves.
Yep, do that and update those controls because holy crap, the controls are bad now. Like if you play the old games, like it's got to play like a modern game with twin sticks and stuff like that. Yeah, just you got to fix the controls for sure. Yeah, that's what they should do. They should do a HD collection of 1 and 2, fix the controls, and then make 3. That would be awesome.
A remakes of 1 and 2.
Dude, remakes of 1 and 2 would be even better. But
and then
I still haven't beat 2. I loved 1 though. 1 is awesome. It's a great game.
Didn't we beat 1 during a stream, right?
Yeah, it was our charity stream, and I think Connor was there.
Connor was on to beat it.
Actually, Connor was definitely there because I think he played most of it.
Yeah.
But then I remember I started playing him, and he just sort of took over, and I loved watching him play it so much, and then I just played it for myself later, and I was like, this is awesome. So, haven't played 2 though.
Yeah. I think they should remake Mega Man X1. Let's remake it.
They did already. It's called
I know,
Mega
Man, and then it was Mega Man X. What was it called? Oh my gosh!
Let's see what it's called. Called Mega Man Maverick Hunter X.
There you go. And it was a retelling of the story of 1.
Yep.
And they were going to retell the story. That was the plan. They were going to remake 2, and they were going to remake 3, and they were going to do all the stories, redo the stories. And they made it darker too. Because in the first one, in the original Mega Man X's, Dr. Kane doesn't die. In Maverick Hunter X, he dies. He gets killed by the first, like he gets killed by the first wave of attacks by Sigma and the Mavericks. Like what they do is they launch a bunch of missiles and starts attacking like the human cities, and Dr. Kane just gets wiped out by one of the missiles. He's just standing there watching it hit him, and he's just dead. And I was like, oh, they killed Dr. Kane in the first game, even though it was like a big thing in number 1 or number 2, number 3. It's weird. Good times. Oh, both games are downloaded now.
Which is what was the other thing you got?
Tetris 99.
Oh, okay. I'll be curious how far you can get.
I already beat it.
Weird.
Already number 1, Victory Royale.
Number 1, Victory. You know what's really weird about that game is there are no microtransactions. There's no way to pay for that. It's just a free thing, and it's out, and you just play, and that's all you do.
Who made it?
It's really weird. I have no idea.
They just it's like here's something we made.
I guess because they shadow dropped it, and it's like if you have Switch Online, it's free. And I was looking everywhere. I'm like, is there a way to pay money? Like extra modes? Like you level up, and I don't know why you level up. It doesn't. There's no reason. There's no like side content. You don't get to like reskin the blocks. Nothing. Like you just level up because why not?
Yeah. Really yes, I'm level 12 now. Let's continue.
That's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The only thing I can think of is that it would match you with other people that are close to your level when you're in the map, because you basically when you're playing the game you kind of go head to head with like a couple people. My only thought is that's why there's levels, is so it matches you.
Yeah, probably.
You're appropriately skilled, whatever. I don't know.
All right, so let's move on to what we've been playing.
All right.
I've just been playing Rune Factory 3 still.
You beat it originally, the old one, right?
I've already beat it. Yeah, I've already beat it. Okay. It's very short, or it's shorter than the other ones. And Rune Factory
very short to you. That's a very subjective term for Nick. It's like 150 hours, pretty short.
Like 20 to 30 hours.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty short.
It's short for a Rune Factory game. I think it's because in Rune Factory 2, you do your thing, you get married, you have a child, and then your main character changes to that child, and then you start a game again as them. So there's like 2 generations you play as. This one there's not. This one you get married, you do the story, you do the final boss, and then you could continue playing and do all the side quests and make sure everyone gets level 10. And you have a child, but there's no like second generation or anything like that. It's just you have a child, and then that's it. And the reason why I think that is because this one's way more expansive than Rune Factory 2. It's way more open world. It's way open. Like as I said before, Rune Factory 2 is way more archaic than Rune Factory 3. And this one's way larger, and I think the memory on the DS couldn't handle it. So they had to make it shorter. And that's why in Rune Factory 4, it's like Rune Factory 3, but just a lot longer.
I see. Makes sense.
Yeah, but what I'm doing, so I'm like, I could beat the game right now. But what I'm doing is, if people could see, is I'm trying to get, let's see, if people could see. Can you read that? How's that? See?
Oh, yeah, there you go, like that.
Yeah, yep. So I'm trying... Sorry. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get all the girls to level 10 first.
Okay.
And then I'm going to marry the girl that I first wanted to. But then I have a save file where all those girls are level 10. I can just marry any one of them. And I can see what's different. Yeah.
Okay.
So first I'm just getting them all to level 10 first. Which is it takes a long time.
Cool.
Even though you could probably look all that up online. It's like, no, I want to do it myself.
Yeah, I know. There's a certain satisfaction in actually doing it, because of course, like, why even play the game?
It sucks because I'm leveling. I'm raising their heart levels, and I was like, I had my heart set on one girl, and then I'm starting to do all the quests for other girls, and I'm like, oh, these girls are nice too. They're way better than I thought they were. It's like I don't know who to marry first. Well, I did marry the first time I played. I married Carmen, who was a fisherman girl. Cute little tomboy. But that's all I've been playing, except for Apex Legends, which I've been playing because it's a turn your brain off kind of game.
Sure, yeah.
And I need that when I get home from work. So.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, that's been the same thing with me. After I beat Kingdom Hearts, I haven't really been playing anything super crazy. It's like been Dragalia Lost and Tetris, and that's kind of it.
I know that you made Kimpy mad with your whole mobile game talk with Sean. He was like, what is this? Stop talking about mobile games.
Play it, Kimpy. It's a fun game. No, but I booted up Dragon Quest XI yesterday. Sorry. Were you playing anything else? I didn't want to.
No, that's just
take it over.
Just Rune Factory. I was gonna start Rune Factory 4, but not anymore. So I'm probably gonna do Jade Cocoon 2.
Nice. Yeah. So I've been playing Tetris 99 a lot. That I am shocked at how addicted a game I get. Like last night, before I went to bed, I just turned something on Netflix and I just played it. And before I knew it, I played like 10 matches, and I was like, "This is just so fun." It like puts a totally different twist on it. And the game, like I said, the game's free. There's no way to pay microtransactions. There's no way to give them money, even if I wanted to. That game baffles me, but it's been fun.
Tetris is fun.
Yeah, Tetris. I mean, everybody knows what it is. Yeah, boot up Dragon Quest XI. I'm getting very far. There was a very shocking twist that just happened in the second arc.
You thought it was this guy, but it was me, Dio.
No, not that. Have you beat Dragon Quest?
Nope, I stopped playing.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay,
now I'm probably not gonna play it until the definitive edition comes out.
You're gonna play it on Switch. Okay, that might be the way to go with the music, because the music is just so bad. What was I gonna say? No, it's not the bad guy. It's something else. And I still think it might change, because I can't imagine that being permanent. But
it's like, oh, your childhood friend, she's evil and she's dead now.
What? Yeah. But it's It's good, still solid. Challenge, like you want to talk about good production value. That game has some really good production values. Like I just fought a big boss, and I'm like, this boss is in the game for like 20 minutes, maybe. It's crazy that they put that much into the design and animation and everything. It's just crazy. So that's been fun to continue playing.
That's why it takes so long.
Yeah. I mean, I'm closing in on 50 hours. I looked up how long to beat. It says like generally 55 hours is about the length, and I was looking up a walkthrough just because I got lost. And I'm like super close to the end of the game, so I think by next episode I will have beaten it. But it's like we were just talking about, like all the games that I'm really excited about don't come out till July. So I don't know if you saw this, but on Twitter I made my own little infograph of like JRPGs that are coming out this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to play Cold Steel 2 or Cold Steel 1 until 2 comes out for Kai, because I want to play them back to back. So I don't know when that comes out. They still don't have release dates. But I want to play all 3 of the Cold Steel games. I want to play Onanaki. I want to play Builders 2, Fire Emblem, whatever the new Pokemon is. And then there's like all those like C, D tier JRPGs like Crystar and Dragonstar, Varnier, and Super Neptune RPG.
Yeah, all these compile art games. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I want to try these, but I don't know if I should.
The only game I think I would try of those is Crystar, because that's a Furyu game, and they did Alliance Alive, which a lot of people like. So that's of all those, that's the one I'm considering. But that does not have a release date in the West yet, I don't think. So
Hopefully
whatever
it gets
it does, give it a try.
Is that the one that kind of looks like Tokyo Xanadu?
I think so. Let me look this up real quick. I mean, it's an action RPG.
Yeah, I just remember looking at it and I'm like, oh, this kind of looks like, the combat kind of looks like Tokyo Xanadu.
Yeah, you're like a girl with white hair. Oh yeah, this is that game.
Okay.
Yeah, the dungeons are very Tokyo Xanadu, that's for sure. I don't know about the combat, but I'll see what it looks like, or I'll see what happens when it comes out. But yeah. Anything else in the immediate future before summer that is grabbing your attention that you might want to pick up?
Off the top of my head, no. I think I am done buying games for a while.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you.
I don't remember.
When does MechWarrior 5 come out?
September.
Oh, not till then. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so fall is going to be and end of summer and fall is going to be a very busy time for us.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be very fun. Hopefully my work schedule goes back to what it was before by then.
So I just want to talk about this really quick. I don't believe this at all. I think this is just a website trying to get clicks. But did you see that Scalebound thing?
Yeah,
You're just shaking your head.
that's so stupid. If you could, if you think Scalebound can run on a Switch,
yeah,
you guys are crazy. Especially when it shows the freaking like 4-player co-op at the same time with that fidelity.
Here's what I think.
Crazy.
I think if they were to take that, if that somehow was a reality, I think they cut all the co-op. I think it's just a single player RPG.
Yeah, probably.
If they did that, but there's no way.
There's no way. No, it's not happening. You know what? You know what Scalebound is? Scalebound became Astral Chain and Bayonetta 3. Just be happy with those.
Yeah, like I was saying, they have Platinum. I don't know if they can just recycle all their systems or what, but the fact that they have all these games, and then so like we just said, so they have Bayonetta 3, Astral Chain. They just finished that Grand Blue, working on the Grand Blue game. They have Babylon's Fall. They're probably working on a Nier Automata 2 or whatever. And Scalebound, you're crazy. There's no way they have enough people to make all those. There's no way.
And Revengeance 2.
I know. It's like, yeah, come on. We're working on 7 games. Get out of here.
Get at it.
I mean, if it came out, I'd buy it because why not? But I just don't. There's no way.
That game never interested me. It always looked bad.
It did. It looked really slow because like Platinum games, like their appeal is always like fast, crazy combat. And whenever they showed it, it just looks so slow. I'm like, why does this look slow? Like Platinum games are usually fast and flashy.
And then they showed it again, and then they showed the co-op, and I'm like, okay, now this is just like in the trash for me. This is not interesting at all.
I mean, the concept, like Platinum with, action combat with dragons, like on paper that sounds, yeah, right, great. But, I mean, crazier things have happened. I don't know. I want to believe, but if I was a betting man, I would not put any stock in that being real. There's no way.
There's no way, yeah.
To me, all that was a website trying to get clicks. But and what's funny is everybody's running with this. Like I was on my Twitter, I saw a lot of other websites. Like, according to a new rumor, Nintendo bought the Scalebound or whatever. I'm like,
no, not happening.
Please.
So this is a random tangent that I've just been thinking about. The Game Boy Advance for me is a very nostalgic system.
Yeah?
I don't know
what
why.
Did you play on it? Like what games stick out?
Well, Super Mario Advance 2, which had Super Mario World.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is right here. That's very nostalgic for me. Metroid Fusion, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, Super Wario World 2? 4, sorry. Wario 4. That's what we had. And then we had Fire Emblem. We got Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town. I just had that, and I didn't really play Pokemon. Ooh, Advance Wars, and
I was just gonna say Advance Wars, yeah.
And it was just that whole era was very nostalgic. I just remember getting it from I remember Brian getting a Game Boy Advance for Christmas, and then I was like, I really wanted one for Christmas. And then the next Christmas I got one, and I remember getting it, and I'm like, I finally have a Game Boy Advance, baby. Oh, Game Boy.
Well,
and no, I'm just thinking about it. It's like getting the Game Boy Advance, and it still did not have a backlight.
Really?
Yeah, the original Game Boy Advances didn't have backlights.
What was it, the DX or whatever? What was the
advanced SP?
SP.
Which is like a flip. It was like a flip, and it had a backlight. And then it turned out with this piece of crap. The Micro. It's not,
Micro, baby.
It's so dumb. But, yeah. The SP is a great system. It's Game Boy Advance with a backlight and a rechargeable battery. Oh. So good.
Do you have any interest in that
No.
game Wargroove? Because that's basically Advance Wars. Made by Chucklefish.
No.
No.
Advance Wars is just nostalgic because I just remember playing on Brian's Game Boy Advance without his knowledge during a storm, and the power was out, so I had to play by candlelight. So there was a candle right here, and I had to play like this to look at it. And I just remember playing it, like waiting for the power to come on. That's like, think about it. We had to play. We couldn't play in the dark when the power is out because there was no backlight.
It's amazing, yeah. The Game Boy. You know what's funny is they make modded Game Boys. People sell modded Game Boys where you have different lights and stuff now, so you can actually play it with a backlight. But who wants to play Game Boy games?
I know. I do. I have a lot of them. Like this one right here.
What game is that?
Super Mario Advance 2. It's mine. It's actually my copy.
Nice.
What did I trade this? I traded a game in for this, and I forgot which one it was. It was probably a stupid trade, and I'm wondering. Ooh, we had Tactics Ogre. We played Tactics Ogre as well on Game Boy Advance. I have it still.
I didn't realize that game was that old. I just remember the remake or the re-release, Let Us Cling Together.
Yeah, it was Tactics Ogre. What was it called? Knights of Lotus. So it was its own game. It wasn't a remake or anything like that. Maddie's loud.
What else is new?
What else is new? Yeah. That's you've been watching some anime, okay? So I failed the challenge. I did not watch Grand Blue diving anime with naked guys.
Oh yeah, Grand Blue Dreaming. Yeah,
I didn't watch that because I just haven't been able to watch anime recently because of when I get home, I just play video games and go to bed. you've actually watched anime. We were going to talk about it last episode, but Sean was here, and we didn't really want to talk about anime that much.
Yeah.
So you had to watch what?
I think it's been so long, but I think it was A Sister's All You Need.
Yes.
So I think I've watched the worst of the worst that Crunchyroll has to offer. So anything now is like so much more tolerable. And I watched it. I'm like, there's a couple scenes that are like, there's like random scenes when, I don't remember their names. I'm sorry, I feel stupid, but you know me in names. So the white hair girl,
Yeah.
who's the author, and then there's the redhead orange hair girl.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So the writer girl is like trying to finish up her next issue for her novel, and her editor is like, "Oh, I can't get her to finish. She's taking forever." And so the redhead girl's like, "Oh, maybe I can go get her to finish." And so she goes to the hotel room.
It's like, let me feel your boobs.
No, she's like, "Come in here, take your clothes off." And she's like, "Okay." And she's just so casual about it. And they're just like sitting there like naked. And I'm like, okay. It's just so, the thing that like blew my mind was how casual they were about it.
I think it was worse. Was like, okay, I need to feel boobs for real. I need to feel someone else's boobs just to get the writing correctly. And it gets like super awkward. It's like, yeah, this is trash, but I like this trash.
But yeah, and then by the end, it like everything works out, and he's maybe kind of with the girl, but it also stops. And I'm like, I hate anime like this where they don't end; they just sort of stop.
They do They do like the first arc. I
Yep.
think it's supposed to get a second season. I'm not 100%. I didn't like how he was like, because I thought the orange-haired girl was more of a compatible with him than the white-haired girl, but she was like, "Oh yeah, I like her." It's like, "Oh, okay, that's weird."
It reminds me of ReZero, where it's like, I like Amelia. Why? Because she smiles. And okay.
Okay. But yeah, it gets like super serious, and then like there's a huge revelation at the end of the series, and then it doesn't go anywhere because it ends.
Yep.
It's like, oh, okay, well, guess we'll figure this out later. Which I called, by the way. The first moment I saw this character, I'm like, oh, okay. It's not what they seem. It's not what they seem. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
All right. I just don't want to spoil it. But it's like, that's very obvious. Yeah.
Don't want to spoil the high art that is A Sister's All You Need.
Yep. And apparently there's a uncensored version of that series. But all it is, it just gets rid of the... It's not even like lewd. It just, there's some like stickers where they're censored.
Oh.
Like little icons. Those are gone. But there's still like no nips or anything like that. So it's not like Monster Musume uncensored. Jeez. Where it's super, super crazy. Is there anything else you've been watching?
A lot, actually, yeah. Well, so yesterday I marathoned randomly. I don't know why, but I marathoned Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online.
It's so random.
I know, it was. I was just like browsing. You know what it was? It started off as just like, let me just have something on in the background. And then I started watching this. I'm like, oh, this is actually interesting. And then I got really into it. It was like way better than...
actual Sword Art Online.
Yeah. I liked it. There was interesting characters. The plot device is really stupid. Like in episode like 4 or 5, they introduced this plot device to keep the show going. I'm like, this is so dumb. But like everything else is good. And then the ending is There's a lot of dumb things. But
was it a 12
character interactions, the action, the real life versus the game character, stuff is, I don't know. It was cool. I enjoyed it.
It's like Gamers where it starts off really good, and then you keep watching it, and you hit like that 7 episode mark. It's like, where is this going?
Oh, I know where this is going. It was very clearly going somewhere, but like I said, the story device to keep keep it going was just so stupid. I'm like, really? That's what you're doing to try to? So have you seen Sword Art Online, the first season? You don't? Do you know the premise?
Is it like it's like an online game, but it's like you put on like a suit, like you like go into the Matrix, right? And was it like if you die, like there's someone that killing people in the game, but it's actually killing people in real life?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the premise.
So that was the premise. So
Ow.
In Gun Gale Online, that's not how it goes. It was just it's like a regular game. Like if you die, you don't die in real life. It's just they have a new headset. They have a new VR headset or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then, without being too spoilery, like I said, they introduce a story device to like make things more interesting and like up the stakes or whatever. It was just really stupid, but I liked it though.
Wasn't Sword Art Online Season 2? Wasn't it in a completely different game, like another gun game?
Yeah, it was in the same world, the Gun Gale Online, and they even mentioned characters from that season a bit, but they don't show up at all. It's like a total side story. But there is a third season going on right now of Sword Art Online called Alicization, another stupid made-up word.
Yeah.
And me and Smash and Kimpy are thinking that once that's over, maybe they'll do another season of alternative or whatever it's called, or alternate. And then this season has been pretty good.
You've been watching Shield Hero?
Yeah, Rising of the Shield Heroes. I mean, it's another isekai, but they like just embrace it. They're like, yeah, it's an isekai. We're in another world. Okay, yeah, whatever. They just embrace it and they just lean into it, and now you just care about the characters, and the characters are really good. The Shield Hero, and then Raftalia. Obviously, everybody likes the little raccoon girl. She's cute. Very kawaii.
There's two series that I want to watch. I've already started watching one of them. Was Domestic Girlfriend, which makes it seem like they're domesticating a girlfriend, but it just means like a girlfriend at home. Because
so the premise of that show sounds super lewd and weird and crazy, but like it's not really. So the setup, it says this in the description of the show, so I feel like this is not a spoiler, but basically, for anybody that's watching that does not know what the show is about, the main character sleeps with a girl he just meets, and then it turns out that his dad is getting remarried, and the lady he's getting remarried to, her daughter is that same girl, and also her sister is his teacher, who he has a crush on.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, the reason why he sleeps with this girl is because he knows that he's never gonna have the teacher. So he's like, whatever, I'm just gonna try to get over the teacher.
Yeah.
And that's why he goes with it. But then this whole thing happens, and you're like, what hijinks are gonna happen now?
Yeah.
And then it doesn't really get that way. It gets like
it kind of does.
There's
So how many episodes are you in?
I'm in episode 6 now, so I got to watch episode 6.
Oh, okay. So you're caught up.
Yeah. So I watched episode 5 just like before we did this, and I'm like, oh great, it's becoming a harem.
Oh yeah, because they introduced another character. Yeah. Yep.
And then he was doing this typical stupid like, oh, she doesn't love me, so I'm just gonna go through with this, whatever. And then I'm like, don't do it! Don't do it! Thank God.
Typical anime protagonist. What are we gonna do with them?
I know, right? But yeah, it's good. It's interesting, and the love interest is a teacher, so obviously, and I don't. I'm starting to not like that good chick. By the way,
the teacher.
The teacher, yeah, she's acting highly suspicious.
Wait, let me see what episode I'm on, because there's something may have happened.
What episode are you on?
I'm checking my queue right now. I'm caught up. I watched episode 6.
Okay, see, I haven't watched episode 6, but then what? Like episode 3, I think episode 3 or 4, she says something like the whole the little tiny arc. I don't know if it's still going on because I don't. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. The whole reason she was like upset and there was something bad happening, and she said, "Oh, it's over now." I don't believe you.
Oh, yeah. Well, you'll just have to watch episode 6.
Okay, so episode 6. Episode 6
But,
says something.
Maybe. And then there's only one other show that I'm watching, and
I forgot
go ahead.
the other. I forgot the name of the thing. It's the one where it's the two tsunderes that like each other, but what's it called?
Oh, it's like Love is a Battlefield or something.
I gotta watch the Giga video again. The one with the Chica dance.
Yeah. I watched the first episode and I couldn't freaking stand it. I watched it. I was like, this is so annoying. I couldn't watch it.
So I gotta watch it. And if Taylor doesn't like it, that means it's really good.
It's right up Nick's alley.
Yep. Yeah, so that's the two that I was looking towards. Maybe Shield Hero. I wanted to finish. This is funny. Okay, so I didn't watch the Persona 5 anime. I didn't complete it. And I saw images of Kawakami in the anime in like different swimsuits and like sexy swimsuits. I'm like, what is this from? So I started watching the anime again. And
Oh boy.
it gets to a point where they go to Hawaii. And it's all it is just a scene of Kawakami in her room trying on different swimsuits and trying. It's like, what should I wear? I'm a teacher, and she like some of them were like very sexy and stuff like that. And I'm like, fan service for the Kawakami fans. I like it. And then after that episode, I'm like, I got it. I'm done.
I don't need it.
I watched New Game Plus, the first season, and this is gonna come as a surprise to you, Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
I like Shirabaku better.
What?
Yep.
You crazy.
I don't know. I just enjoyed it more. It's New Game Plus is fun to watch. It's this cutesy stuff, but it's like I enjoyed the payoff of Shirabaku better. But I gotta watch season 2, so
Maybe it's better.
maybe it's better. Yeah, I don't know.
You know what we really need to watch, Nick? And I don't know how we watch it.
We need to watch
Gotta watch the Aramanga Sensei OVA.
I know. I'm trying to find that. And isn't there a Takagi-san OVA that we haven't watched? We haven't.
Oh, is there? Oh shit!
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I
The
think,
only reason I know it exists is because Giguk has a joke about it in his
I know. I've seen that video.
animated nutshell.
Yeah. I knew it was coming out. Yeah. I like how he has a freaking body pillow with a trash bag over it.
Perfect. I'm ready.
I'm ready. They gotta find those. And also, where are you? I should have it around here. Where is it? There it is. It should. I think this one right here is getting a second season.
Oh yeah, I think I read somewhere.
What's
that
called?
it is, yeah.
It's Teasing Master Takagi-san. That's what it's called.
Okay. Interesting. The only other show that I'm watching from the current season, and I'm thinking of dropping it because its gimmick has kind of run out, is a show called The Quintessential Quintuplet. So it's about this guy, and he's tutoring these quintuplet girls, and they all don't want to be tutored, and like they all have their own personality quirks or whatever, and like that's the setup. And so it's just like, oh, the 5 of them at school, the 5 of them at a festival, the 5 of them at a rainy day. It just
That's all it is.
I'm kind of bored by 5 episodes, and I'm like, okay, I get what's happening.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
The quintessential quintuplets.
Yeah,
What the heck?
cute,
My roommate is a cat. Okay.
I mean, are you really surprised this is anime in
Yeah.
2019? Like, I feel like nothing should surprise you.
Wataten, An Angel Flew Down to Me. Date Alive 3. Ace Attorney Season 2.
Ace Attorney.
That's all I got.
That's all I got too. Well, should we wrap it up with some questions? We got any questions that we didn't answer last time?
Yeah, we do. So let's do some. Let me get them right now. I got a thingy-majig. Oh. Asian just beat Destiny.
Destiny?
Tales of Destiny.
Oh, I was like, Destiny. Why?
I could tell just from his. He just messaged me and he just told me. He just said something. I'm like, oh, I know what happened. All right. there's a lot. From Maximilian Wonder, a lot of people are pessimistic about this, so let's flip it on its head. Do you ever enjoy a game you already liked even more so upon replaying it? After finishing the last story again 4 years later, I found that I understood all the themes, messages, feelings, character interactions, and mechanics way more than when I originally played it. Now my appreciation for the game has jumped exponentially.
Huh.
I got one.
I don't know if this...
I got one.
Oh, you got one?
I got
Fine.
one.
Go.
Okay, this is obvious. Persona 4. I played Persona 4, and I did not like it.
Really? You didn't like it?
I did not grab me at first. I played it for a bit, and I'm like, what is this? This is weird, and I stopped.
Huh.
And I didn't play it for like another 5 months. And then I went on vacation. And I started playing it again. I'm like, you know what? I spent like $60 on this game. I got to play it. And so it's like, I started playing it, and I just played through it the entire vacation, just was playing it. And I'm like, this game is awesome. How did I not like this? This is a great series. And this is when I fell in love with Persona 4. Was when I didn't like it at first, and then I totally fell in love with it.
Good.
That's one of mine. What about yours, Taylor? I interrupted you, and I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Forgot what I was gonna say. Thanks a lot, Nick.
Dang it.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm trying to... Oh, no, I was gonna say... I don't know if this counts, but I'm gonna say Final Fantasy 12. Now, 12... The remaster of 12 is like a totally different game.
That's cheating, but I'll accept it.
You'll accept it? Okay. Yeah, because I played 12 when it first came out, and I got bored at some point. And then I played the remaster, and it's like one of my favorite Final Fantasies. Depending on the day, how I'm feeling that day, might be my favorite Final Fantasy. It's just really good. They added, the different job class system. They added, the speed up stuff. So I don't know. It just made it a totally different game. So. I'm also this has not happened yet because I haven't played it yet, but I have a feeling I'm going to change my mind when I replay Cold Steel, because when I played the original, it was the worst version of that game, and it was coming off of the heels of Persona 5. So it was just like, oh, this isn't as good as like the best game ever.
And it was coming off the heels of me saying play it.
Yep. And so now it's just like, oh, okay. Just playing a thing now. Yeah, I don't think there's ever been a game where I played it the first time and I just played literally the same version of the game and it was better. I can't think of a game.
So I played Kingdom Hearts 1 when I was in high school. I played it and I was like, oh, this is all right. Didn't think anything about it. And then I played it again, Kingdom Hearts 1, and I played it and I beat it and I was like, wow, this game sucks. So I started playing Kingdom Hearts 2. And I was like, wow, this game's awesome! So, Kingdom Hearts 2 is amazing. Kingdom Hearts 1, it's hard to get through. It's really hard. It's like archaic and it feels weird, and the combat's samey. It's not as cool as the 2. 2 adds all the cool stuff. 1 is just like the same. Yeah. One's just the same freaking like combo over and over again. So.
Yeah.
But 2 is amazing, and then and then you play Birth by Sleep, and then Dream Drop Distance, and those are the only ones that I played 100%. And then I went straight to 3, and I was fine.
Yeah.
So
3's good.
3's good. It's not godlike. It's extremely easy.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed because like you said, I remember 1 being really hard. 2 being not as hard, but still challenging. Like, I didn't die once in 3.
2, I remember, okay, so 2, I started on Proud Mode, right? And you know the beginning with Roxas, and how when you first go into his heart, and you start fighting all the nobodies, and you fight the nobody boss, which is like all like weird and stuff like that, and you have to dodge everything. I died at least 5 times on that boss in Proud Mode.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grind, I'm just going to gain a couple of levels while fighting the nobodies in this one hallway between the boss, and that's what I did, and then I beat it. So Kingdom Hearts 2 is hard. Kingdom Hearts 3 did not have that problem.
I would say too easy.
Yeah, it's way too easy.
I noticed today there was a lot of people that hacked the game and unlocked critical mode.
Critical mode's in there.
Yeah. So people have cracked it. So I don't know if it's coming in an update or something, but people found it. So
maybe they're gonna add stuff. Excuse me, and add critical mode. Because critical mode is after proud mode. It's supposed to be harder. Maybe that's gonna be the true proud mode. I don't know. And maybe it's not in there because it's not correctly balanced just yet, so they haven't added it.
That could be. I could buy that. Yeah, I wonder if there will be any DLC for that game or if that's just it. Because like the ending is pretty definitive. Like, like there's a very specific ending. Like they can't just like tack on another world.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be the side stories. There is so much stuff they could talk about because you have no idea what happens with Kairi and Lee and Mickey and Riku, or most of it. Like you see them go and find the person they're looking for, but you don't see like the journey to it. So
yeah, that'd be kind of fun to play the journey. Yeah,
I would like to see the training that Lee and Kairi went through.
Yeah, they didn't really show that much. Just like, oh yeah, we're training. Oh, I got a new uniform. Okay.
Oh, I have a Keyblade now. And I'm super in love with Sora.
Yep.
That's pretty much it. And Lee's like, you remind me of someone.
Yeah.
Oh, next question.
Next question.
We've answered this question before. But I don't know, I wonder if... Let's go through it again. From Uso Ewin, fat bait aside, do Compile Heart and Idea Factory get an unjust amount of hate?
Nope. They get the appropriate amount of hate. Because their games are not very good.
I think...
I have yet to play, like, a good one. Like, they've all been, like, pretty bad.
I think they're, like, C tier, sometimes D tier. I've never played one, but I think the reason why they get so much hate is because of the fat bait. It's like it's a very basic type of game, but it's highly sexualized. It's like only virgins play this game, so it's the crap. But I don't know. Like Mr. Devil plays them and he enjoys them, so. Don't know. Maybe there's something there. I just know that Taylor played the one with the guns. No, that was a Danganronpa game.
Oh yeah, that game was not very good.
Which
that was.
And you also played a Vita version of Neptunia as well. But which one was it? It was a side game, wasn't it? It wasn't the real game.
No. I played. It was on PS3. It was like Hyperdimension Neptunia Victory, which I believe is 5. And then I also played Mugen Souls.
Yeah, Mugen Souls.
Yeah, both those games are pretty bad. Pretty poorly optimized. They have horrible frame rate issues. And that's like not like a visually like taxing area of the game, so I don't know why.
Just the PS3 era kind of optimization.
Yeah, PS3 era was, let's just pretend that didn't happen. There's like a handful of games worth playing, and then the rest you can just burn, or we got remasters of. So it's...
also from Uso Ewin, what is the worst battle theme in a JRPG? Sophisticated battle
from Trails
in the Sky. It's the worst battle, the worst battle theme ever. I hate it. It was one of the reasons why I didn't play the PSP versions, because of that battle theme was so bad.
Wow. Wait, did you mod in another battle theme?
Yeah, I did. I modded in a Grandia battle theme because Grandia has amazing battle themes.
That's hilarious.
And I made it's like I edited it so it fits perfectly with the game.
Wow.
Yeah, so so good. And then I modded in also the boss battle music in Trails of Cold Steel, or Trails in the Sky 1 was really bad too. So I put in the Cold Steel 1 version. What was that one called? It's the dun 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 dun. What's that song called?
I don't know.
Oh, well, I put that one in instead of that. But yeah, people will hate me for it, but I stand by it. The original version of Sophisticated Fight is the worst ever. It sounds like a freaking circus song.
Yeah, I remember it. It's not that bad. I will. I don't know. The only one that comes to mind is like the Dragon Quest theme, just because it's the same one that they've been using forever.
It's like, okay, I've heard this before.
No, not that one.
Oh.
Oh,
that one. What was I singing?
Oh, I have no idea.
What game is that from?
I have no clue. Who knows?
It has Dragon Quest in it. When I think of that song, I think of Dragon Quest. What the heck? That's about gonna bother me now. People, if that sounds familiar, tell me what that's from.
Maybe it's the boss theme or something.
I'll look it up after this podcast, and we'll look up the battle themes.
Okay.
What else is there?
I'll answer a couple more. I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting a little
woozy.
sleepy. Yeah.
These are all way too, we have to be awake for these. From B Cops, while watching a friend replay Final Fantasy X, I am reminded just how dumb and impractical Seymour's hairstyle is. That being said, what is the worst JRPG character design?
Oof, the worst.
I think Velvet's character design is the worst because she has too much cleavage, and that's just sexualization of the female body, and that's just pathetic.
Okay, fake Ben Shapiro.
That wasn't Ben Shapiro, but okay.
It was somebody mocking Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, I was doing a mocking. I was being a SJW cuck.
An SJW cook. Okay. How did I think? I want to say, speaking of Final Fantasy X, I'm going to say Waka, because he's got this like giant like thing that just kind of goes up in front. Yeah, Waka's is pretty bad. You know who I actually really hate? I really don't like Rex's design from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Because he just looks weird. Like he's
in like a diver suit.
He's got like spandex. Yeah, and then he's got this, like he's got the diver helmet, and he has these giant like leg armor boot things, and they just look dumb. I don't like Rex's design.
His design is cool when he has the other outfit though.
Yeah, I agree. Well, yeah. Ooh, here's another really bad one. Quina from Final Fantasy IX. The frog lady person with the chef hat and the giant tongue.
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
Quina is no good.
Oh no!
You broke something.
I broke.
What'd you break?
A light bulb.
I heard something.
Yeah, it's a light bulb.
Crash. Yeah. You can sweep it up later.
I can sweep it up later. I'm looking at something. You know what I've noticed is I don't know if I'm darker now. Maybe I'm darker. No, I'm not. Okay. Is the Rune Factory art? It always looks off. In the
It always looks off.
And the cover. I don't know. It just looks off. And then when you look in game, it's like a completely different art.
Huh.
Just look at it. I'll show you one after work, but it looks off for some reason. But then when you look at the character art in the game, it looks completely different. Where's character design? Just do Grandia Extreme. Look at this. Look at this piece of shit. Look at this. Look at this. So generic. Okay, just look at it. It looks like every character is from like a different art style. Just look at it. Like it looks like It looks like
Oh,
the girl on the bottom looks like she's from like Final Fantasy, and it's just weird.
Huh. That's strange.
Grandia Extreme is not a good game. Just remember that.
Not a good.
It's not a good. It's a bad. Are you still looking?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Rex is God. It's just real bad. The more I look at it, the more annoyed I get. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna come up with a worse one than Rex. He is not good.
He is just not good. Not good at all. Not good at all. All right, Taylor. I know.
I'm gonna look up one more thing.
All right.
Just to piss you off. I want to see if there's any character. Actually, all the character designs are good. You know, as much as I haven't liked the last handful of Tales games, they always have good character designs, in my opinion, at least. Like, so they always have like some kind of cool cloth or jacket or something, and they always have like little insignias that they just look cool. Like Alicia, Saray, they all just look awesome. They have good character designs. What a shame!
I know.
It was wasted, Nick. Wasted. And then Berseria, they all look pretty cool. You know who actually I don't like is Carol. I don't like Carol's design.
In Vesperia?
Yeah, he's carrying around that big like purse thing.
I just don't like Carol in general. He's always like, "Help me! I'm being attacked! Oh, thank you!" Ah!
Did you beat the definitive edition of Vesperia?
No, I haven't played it that much.
Nick, stop playing your normie Western games and start playing some JRPGs.
Okay, I'll stop playing Rune Factory 3. Okay. It is like the least, like, Rune Factory is the least normie game in the world. It's like the most niche game ever.
I don't know, man. After Stardew Valley got popular, I don't think it's a normie game.
I just remember someone commented on the podcast last week, or 2 weeks ago. It was like, "This is my first time listening, and the first thing you say, first thing I hear is about Rune Factory. That's really crazy. No one talks about Rune Factory." It's like, yeah, Rune Factory.
It's true. It's niche. I remember I watched a couple people's reaction to the direct, and they're like, "Is this like a mobile game?" Like people didn't know. A lot of people didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
How dare you call this a mobile game?
I know. I love people like I see all the reactions, and no one reacts to the Rune Factory part. I'm like, that's the best announcement.
I know. Nobody. All the big crazy reactions were to Link's Awakening. We're like, dude, Rune Factory, come on.
I know.
You like Stardew Valley, you're gonna like Rune Factory.
You set the thing. I was just watching it. I'm like, I'm so disappointed. No one reacted. Some people don't even have that part of the direct to react to. They just totally skip over it. I'm like, that is the big, like one of the biggest announcements in the direct is Rune Factory 4 remake or port remaster and Rune Factory 5.
So here's our mission, Nick. The way we got everybody hyped for Xanadu in Discord and Twitter, we got to do the same thing for Rune Factory 4.
Rune Factory 4.
So by the time Rune Factory 5 comes out, everybody will be hyped and it'll sell well, and then we'll get Rune Factory 6.
Okay, Rune Factory sell. Okay, all right. So Rune Factory is a action RPG.
Yep.
With the sim aspects of the life sim aspects of Persona. Kind of.
No, here's
it's
Stardew Valley with more combat.
Stardew Valley is also a niche, so we gotta do a little.
Dude, it is not niche. That people played the crap out of that game. That game sold really, really well.
Okay, we might be a little niche. All right, we're this is JRPG's town, but yes,
it's not niche.
It's Stardew Valley with RPG aspects. Is that better? With way more stuff to do.
Yeah.
Cooking. Okay, in this one, it's cooking. Building. I think you could create random dungeons with the dungeon vegetable.
Yeah.
You could date a bunch of bachelorettes, and if you want to be a girl, you could date a bunch of bachelors. So it's a guy and a girl. Only in 4. I'm probably going to be in 5 as well. It's super long, very long, and it's super addicting. Like, when you're playing it, you like, okay, just one more day. And then the next day ends. Okay, just one more day. I got to do one more thing. Okay, just one more day. Every time I play this thing, it's like I got to keep playing.
That's it. I mean, that is that game in a nutshell. Like, just shit, it's 2 in the morning.
Yeah. That's happened to me for the last 4 nights. I'm just playing, I keep playing, and I look at the time, I'm like, holy crap, it's already 3. I gotta go to bed. Oy.
Too many RPGs coming out.
I know.
In the fall, dude. There's so many. And they're all so long. Imagine if Persona 5R came out in the fall.
That's what I said. What I said. I'm like, we are gonna be swamped. And it sucks because if it comes out near Cold Steel 3, it's gonna steal Cold Steel 3's thunder.
But Persona? Yeah.
And don't do it, Persona. We need Cold Steel. We need Cold Steel, and we need Persona.
Persona be early 2020.
Or just like December.
Not in the summer. There's too much in the summer.
Too much. Just December. Right, December. Christmas. Make it a Christmas present.
The reason why I feel like if they were to do it, it'd be next year is because that Catherine remaster, they got a release date of September 3rd, I believe. So I don't think they're going to have 2 big releases next to each other. They usually, Alice doesn't have a lot of big releases every year, so they got to space them out. But yeah.
All I know is that
everybody
March
has been freaking out about that stupid Catherine. Have you heard about the Catherine controversy?
No, I thought about the controversy a long time ago. It's like, whoa, they're making fun of trans people now.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing again?
Yeah.
Is it actually a trap? Is Catherine actually a trap, or is it not?
No, it's a different character. I don't want to spoil it because it's like a major spoilers for the new game, so I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay. Well, you're telling me after the thing, because I'm not going to play that game.
Yeah. I may not play it, not because of that, but I don't. It's full price, and
you're just gonna
I don't know if there's enough to warrant a full price purchase.
You're just gonna wait for the price to go down.
Yeah. Also, here's my secret reason. I'm super OCD. You know me. I don't like steelbooks, and there is no version without a steelbook. There's no like standard version, and I don't want to buy a digital. I want the box. Give me a regular box. I put it on my shelf, and it'll look nice. So my secret wish, my secret hope is that because they're calling it the launch version. The launch version comes with a steelbook. So I'm hoping there's a not launch version later that doesn't come with a steelbook. It's just a normal box.
That's all I gotta do.
Don't make me import this, Atlas. I'll do it. Don't make me.
All right, guys.
I'm gonna be an OCD weirdo.
That's Taylor.
Yep.
OCD weirdo.
That's me.
All right. So that'll be it for this week's episode of Giant Sword Podcast. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll be back next week. Be sure to join our Discord, all on Twitter and all that. All the links are below. And yeah, we'll see you next week. See ya.
Bye.